So I'm excited to take you today on a little trip down memory lane of my career and show you how I stayed focused and engaged, and maybe that will help you stay focused and engaged. To get started, not all the images in my blog or my Instagram feed look like that. There were some images that were kind of unfortunate when I started taking photos of food. And when I was young, back when I was your age, I didn't know what to do other than, I really want to focus on food and travel. Like, that's what I want to do. How do I do this, right? So I did what all of us do when we're young. So I started drinking with my friends, and I went like, well, you know what? I'm going to enroll in university and go get a degree and all that stuff. And I did, and I never used it. Surprise! So I enrolled in university for tourism management in Mexico, thinking, I'm gonna travel, it's gonna be food, it's gonna be awesome, my office is gonna have an ocean view, and that wasn't the case. I actually ended up working as an assistant in a resort in Acapulco, where they gave me a stick, and I had to go to the rooms and whack the beds and the curtains to scare away snakes that will sneak into the rooms at night. And that is actually true. So I was like, you know what, this is nothing to do with food or anything else, so time to move on. So after that, my focus was still food and travel, and I was like, I'm gonna move to Canada, and I'm gonna go there to study culinary arts. I'm gonna be a chef, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna get, all these recipes out, it's gonna be awesome. This is it. And it wasn't really. That was not it. So again, it was, one of those things like, God damn it, like this didn't work out the way I expected it. And, the restaurant industry was not for me. Call me a diva if you want, but I was like, I couldn't bear the hours and the stress. So I was like, okay, let's put this whole thing to rest a little bit. Like, still my focus is food and travel, but what can I do? So I modeled for ESL schools. I'm just kidding, but I kind of did actually. So I kind of did. So I got a job doing marketing and social media for an ESL school, and had a little gig as a model on their brochure. Thank you very much. And but that opened many doors. And one of the doors that it opened was Artful Desperado, which is my blog. Through that job in that, so doing social media for another company downtown, I discovered my blog. And actually, this is one of the first food photos that I ever posted on my blog. And I was like, okay, finally, I think this is it. I have finally found what I want, how I can merge this food and travel and make it my own and, do it the way I want to. And pretty much for about 2 years, I didn't have any weekends off or any days off, basically. I was working full-time, doing social media, and I was developing my blog and just working on it until I got to where I wanted to be. I'm still, my career obviously still moving and growing, but the reason why I'm sharing this with you, and you're like, well, why are you telling us about snakes in Mexico and your ESL days? Well, the reason is as you may have noticed, I kept repeating, my focus was food and travel, and my focus, and that's something I wanted to share with you. Like, my first bit of advice today is to stay focused, and you really to find a goal. If you don't have a goal, something to look for. You might get lost even when you're now in university or later on in life, and then it might feel like you're not moving towards anything. All of your efforts is like, what am I doing this for? And that's because maybe you don't have a focus, you don't have a goal. And some people have this amazing power of just like, I see myself in a desk doing this, and that's awesome. But at least if it's a vague idea of where you want to go or where you want to travel or who you want to be, that's good enough. And that's going to help you, create a path for your career. And that's, it might seem, for example, in my case, I was doing marketing and social media, and I went to cooking school, but at the end, my goal was the same. So all of those points connected, and it helped me develop my career, and there's nothing like oh, that was a total fail. You will learn new things even if it's a failure, and you will come out of it smarter. So that's the first one, really focus and have a goal. And the second piece is engage, and by this I mean you go out and network with people and meet your neighbors and whatever. That's fine. if you want to do it. Like I talk about yourself, actually engaging with yourself. Today more than ever, it's super easy to engage with thousands of people. You know, you just post a picture on Instagram and boom, you know, hundreds of people are there and you can engage with them. But you can't really do the same for yourself. Like you can't press a button and engage with yourself and listen to what you need and listen to what is it that, you know, are you happy with your job? Are you happy what you're doing with your career, right? So really find those moments where you can engage with yourself, right? I'm not saying like, you know, go meditate and all this stuff. No. Like just have a moment by yourself and really think of like, is this job or is this school making me happy, right? Like, is this really what I want to do? And sometimes we like shush that inner voice. Due to external factors, like maybe your family wants you to do certain things, or your friends expect something else from you. You know, all of your friends are doctors, and you wanna, you know, go paint things. So, you know, don't worry about that, because at the end of the day, this is your career, and this is your path. So you have to do it. So I would say, like I was saying, you know, my two pieces are like, you know, focus on a goal, and engagement with yourself. And you know, sometimes, like I said, there's some failures, like me putting a sumo wrestling suit and getting my ass kicked like 10 seconds after. But you know, that was something I wanted to do. That was something completely random. I didn't have to do anything with my career. And by that I mean also do things that are fun and that you might just fuck up and, you know, just be like, hey, what do you know, I came out like glorious out of that thing. So really don't be afraid. Do things that are outside of your realm. Go there and experiment, create every day. And yeah, at the end of that, if you stay focused and you are engaged with yourself, you will find the career that you want.